Good morning, Amy. When the weather starts turning cold outside, what tastes warmer in your mouth than something citrus? And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to do a French lemon tart, our way, served here at the American Club. And the way we do that is we make a lemon curd filling that actually then becomes shired. Your listeners are all saying, what's shired? That's where we actually cook the curd first, put it into the vessel, into, in this particular case, a tart shell, and then put it into the oven for about 13 minutes, and then it just bakes just slightly so that when we cut it, it will just stand firm and it's really nice, but still have enough creaminess that will just melt into your mouth. Here we go. We take our 6 eggs here, and notice we're doing this, we're cooking this on top of a hot water bath. Now notice it's starting to bubble, but it's not really boiling. So we're going to add the sugar right away. Making, again, remember, just like we did before with the creme brulee, once you got sugar on top of eggs, you need to move, and you need to move quickly, or otherwise things are going to happen. You're actually going to chemically cook those eggs. In goes the lemon juice of 2 lemons, and likewise the zest of those 2 lemons. And notice the zest is also chopped quite fine, because we don't want those long. Now everybody's using microplane zesters, and they're wonderful, don't get me wrong, but once you take those off, you really still need to chop them even further, otherwise you're going to get long shards that are going to go down your windpipe and actually cause you to choke, and that's not good. Now once this starts to thicken, we're going to add the butter little bit by little bit, and then cook it until it's nice and creamy. Notice we have a recipe for you for a rich, sweet tart dough. And I've already taken the opportunity to hand roll one out. This would be the chance, before you even start this, to bake it and bake it off almost until it's completely done, because once you pour a liquid filling in, that tart shell will not bake any further. Okay. Now this curd has started to cook, and we're starting to add the butter little bit by little bit by little bit, and stirring until that butter is melted and becomes part of the curd. Oh, look at that. Could this be any better? I don't think so. And the citrus smells, and with the adding of the butter, it's going to be that nice creaminess. And as we see, once we have this completely baked, and then we would glaze this with a little bit of strained apricot jam on top for a little shine, and then we're going to serve this with some fresh raspberries. And I'm going to turn the heat off at this particular point, because there's enough heat in there to complete the cooking process without going too much farther. Oh, look at that. And you're going to keep stirring and being very vigilant until all of that butter, and by putting in the chunks of butter quite whole like that, that controls the rate at which this melts and then becomes part of that cream. So it just actually adds very gently to the emulsification and makes this just perfect. And at this point, what we do is we take it off, take our pre-baked shell, pour it all in at one thing, make sure it's level, and into the oven it goes for exactly 12 to 13 minutes at 350 degrees. Now, how to tell when it's done? Look at the surface. It should look, because it's a custard, like somebody took a little bit of a pin and put little pin pricks all over the top. That tells you you're done. All right? And now to the finished product. Notice this should serve quite comfortably about 10 people, and it's really lovely. Keep your knife blade warm and also moist. But watch how this comes out. That's what we're talking about, shiring. See how it just stands right there? And yet it's creamy? And then let's really gild this lily. Make it look really, really lovely, so that every bite contains a raspberry. French lemon tart, full of warmth, full of sunshine, on a cloudy and cold day. What could be better from us to you?